Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. So last time we were playing, we were just kind of cleaning up our little bits and pieces here. We still have a little pile behind the mill that we're going to get on this episode. Now, as you can see in the top right, we have our new contract all lined up for us. So the contract that we're going to be taking on is a house clearing project. So we need to clear a driveway, clear a plot. We need to plow it all out. We need to gravel it. So what I've done is I've calculated the cost and the reward. So the reward for doing the job to 100% completion is $50,000, which is nothing to shake a stick at. It's a decent amount of money for sure. But the cost to rent the equipment's a little bit high too, so it's kind of a balance here. So we need to rent ourselves a buncher. I included the two-way haul. That's to haul the equipment there and back. I did the skidder rental, and that comes with either a forestry grinder or a plow, like a plow blade. So we already own a plow blade existing now, so I think I'll just use that one. So I think when I rent it, I'll take the forestry grinder, and then if we need to, we can use the pickup to bring over the other part of it there. And then the gravel cost, once we get that road built and plowed, we can lay it down in there for about $5,000. So we definitely will be making some money off of it. It's going to be a heck of a little project. But like I said, I do need to rent some equipment because trying to do it with this machine will be a very long mission. So what I'm going to do is I want to try to fish this wood out of here first because there is quite a bit here. Unfortunately, we do have to kind of go back and forth to grab it here, which might take a little bit. Let's see if I can cheat it a little here. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm just cheating it to kind of conserve a little bit of time for ourselves so we can get started on that next project. So I still got to make a few of those purchases right off the bat, and then we can start getting into stuff here. So I'm actually just going to pile this right here for now, and then I got to take a grand total. It actually works a lot better when I do the I take the existing in-game total and then subtract it from the amount that we made. That way I can get the totals, and then I don't have to sit there and wait for every single load to go into the mill, because that's gets a little iffy. I'm gonna cheat that pile too. And like I said, I do want to get this wood sold because we do have a little bit of a cost up front for getting this project started. It's not cheap. There's a lot of factors in it that make it quite expensive. So I want to make sure we have a good amount of starting money. Now, hopefully I can grab these pieces because I think there's a little bit of a wall action here. I think that one is cursed. That one we'll leave behind. It is cursed. Let's see if I can. I don't know how much of this I can get. I'm going to cheat that a little bit. So I just want to make a pile, and then we'll sell all that. So we should be able to make at least another, I don't know, maybe 15 grand off that pile. Which should be good. Because like I said, every little penny is going to count here now. And then, like I said, as we get these bigger projects completed, then we start making more money. Maybe we start buying our own equipment, and then we don't have to worry about like the leasing costs for all this stuff, which is fantastic. Then when we want to start a project, we just go grab our buncher and get to work. We don't have to be like, oh, how much is it going to cost to rent that for the day? Because I guarantee it'd be a lot cheaper if we own our own buncher and skidder and then just have to haul it out to a project. Because then we start making some real money. Then we can start buying our own real estate. We can buy our own woodlots too. And then we can start making real money. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this right here. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go kerplunk skis. And hey, look, there's a crow climbing up the wall. That's interesting. Can't say I've ever seen that before. Not like that. If anybody doubts me, go rewind the video and check that out. That was something else. Never seen one do that before. There we go. And I'm just going to do a little locky strap action here. Oh, we got to look at our total. 486... Let's see here. So 486,689. That's our current. So that way, everything that sells after that, we'll know was ours. Oops. Well, we're gonna do some locking strap action there. There we go. And like I said, we're going to try to get all that equipment hauled out today. And then I guess we'll just use the low bed for loads. And then we'll use this little guy to load up the wood, I suppose. We'll do that again. We'll probably cut them into smaller bits. I could very well rent a processor head too, but it's going to start eating into our costs. So I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Now this little guy, I think I'm going to try to... might just walk over there because it's really not that far we have to go. We'll see. I don't know if it's worth trying to get the truck on there. So what we need to do is we need to rent ourselves a buncher. So I'm going to go with the Timber Pro because I really do like this buncher. So we're going to lease this guy. And we need a buncher head for it. We're going to take the C350. Lease that one. And we also need a skidder. We already have an existing blade that'll fit the skidder that we've been using for the other machines. So we'll get the skidder, and we want to put a forestry grinder on it because we're going to be needing to chew up the little bits and pieces. All right, so let's see cost-wise what we've done to ourselves here now. So we've done 8,000. Well, let's actually do our grand total. So we have 42,090. 42,090. We want to take away our buncher cost, which is $8,000. And then equals that. And then we want to take off we'll take off the hauling cost as well. So all the hauling will be paid for. And then we want to take off $2,500 for the skidder. We'll wait for the gravel because we don't have that in yet. And then we're going to take off $1,000 just for our debt payment too. So that leaves us with $25,590. So $25,590 is what we have left. 5,590, and we get to take $1,000 off of that because we paid a little bit of our debt. So this was our other total. Let's see how much money we made here. So we had. So our grand total right now is 470,964, and we get a minus our old total, which was 486,689. Oops, I think I did that backwards, didn't I? There we go. Oh, no, I did that right. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we made $15,700 off of that. That's not so bad. It's not a lot of money, but it's better than nothing. So we have $15,725 plus $25,590. So now we have $41,315. So that's pretty good. So $41,315. Right on. So we're still doing pretty well. Financially, we are doing okay. So like I said, so we can wipe these costs out actually. So we got the buncher rental paid for. We've got the two-way paid for. We've got the skidder rental. Now I'm going to add an optional processor head. To rent, that's going to be another, $2,500 if we want to do it, which might be worth it, but we'll decide that once we get going. Or maybe we should get the processor head now so we can bring it with us on the first truck, because if we don't, we're not going to have an option. And I'm going to go with the fixed head on this one. There we go. So let's get everything kind of lined up here. Honestly, for the skidder, we probably didn't even need we don't need really a truck for the skidder because we can actually just drive it over there. Bring this. It's literally just up the corner over here, so shouldn't be too far to go. Get a little bit of mud on our tires. We don't want to bring it back to the dealership with nice shiny tires. That's just not gonna work. Okay, so let's it's kind of marked out here with these blotches, so it's pretty much like right here. And again, I definitely could walk the buncher and the other machine over here, but that's just too far. Alright, so this is where will be our starting point, and like I said, we just have these little kind of blotches marked out, and this is for the driveway. So we're going to have to double wide plow this driveway with the skidder and then complete the plot over on the other side there as well. So let's go switch to our truck. There we go. And I'm going to try to see if I can load up the buncher head and the processor on the same load. I might be able to throw them in the back of the pickup too, actually. Never thought of that. Let's try to do loading tricks to make less trips. I have 2 trips paid for there and back, so I'm going to need 1 trip for this guy, 1 trip for my other little mini excavator. But I'm just going to see if I can pick this head up. I don't know if I can or not. Actually, you know what I might be able to do? I might be able to go like this. So let's close these claws about yay. And let's grab this head. Now let's see if I can maybe somehow hook into one of these claws here. Because that makes it actually a lot easier to carry them if I can get a claw in there. Oh, there we go. Then we don't waste any time, you know. You can pack it with you. Oh, I guess that claw's not closed quite enough there. Here, let's disconnect this again for a second. Reconnect this one. Close that top claw a bit more. There we go. And we'll go like this. And we want to kind of scoop it in there and just grab it. Oh, did I get it? Normally I'd just throw a big old chain around it, but I don't really have that option right now. There we go. Now she's not going nowhere. And just switch to this view so I can see what I'm doing here. Should make an interesting, thought-provoking picture maybe, hey? Very thought-provoking. There we go. Beautiful. We'll just leave that guy there. Lock it down. And I know we're not going far, so we probably could have driven it up here, but it takes a little bit of time. And once we get to some more of the further contracts, we'll definitely need these out here. But also included with our payment for using this low bed is we also get to use it for the logs themselves once we load them up. So just like we did in the previous area. All right. Then what we'll do is we'll end up hauling them out here to the road. So let's plunk that guy. Oh, it plunked down on its own. Perfect. I'm going to put the processor head over here. So we're not going to be using that right off the bat. But we will be bunching, that's for sure. Our very, very expensive buncher. Oh yeah, we got to take $2,500 off of our grand total. So $38,815 is what we have. $38,815 now. Because that was for the purchase of our processor head as well. Okay, so then after we get all our equipment out here, we're going to double cut a road all the way out. And it should be super duper fun. Let's see if I can turn this around here. Oh, there we go. Now I gotta grab this little... Like I said, I know that's really close. I probably could have just driven over, but... You know what? We paid for this truck. We're gonna use it, by golly. I think I can get this guy to put on here. Let's raise the roof here a little. And... Whoop. There we go. Perfect. There. We can just leave this little guy on here. You go turn around, do it all over again. And then, like I said, we'll drive that truck out there and use one of the pieces of equipment to unload it. Again, we probably are kind of undercutting ourselves by using. We could be using that buncher head actually, or that buncher to do the loading as well, but because it doesn't really have a loading arm on it, we don't really have that ability. And I want to still use this little guy. Although eventually, well, I don't know, I might either keep this guy just as a momentum in the corner. What do you guys think I should do? Should I keep this little excavator and just use it for whatever? Or should I eventually sell it and buy something like the Timber Pro? Because I would love to just buy the Timber Pro. That'd be awesome. I mean, we have a long way to go if we're going to buy the Timber Pro. Things, you know, 400 grand or something. So I think we'll get there, though. If we want it bad enough, we'll get it. I'm sure. There we go. We'll go park this guy back. Well, actually, we still have access to this guy, so I'm just going to actually leave it out here. Right here. And then we're going to grab our truck. Hopefully our thing stays in the back of it long enough. I don't know if it locks. I don't think it does. Getting a little muddy over here. Alright. I'm just going to leave this parked over here. Or actually, since we have that... or I wonder if I can... Maybe I can use the little mini excavator to pull it out of there. It'd probably be easier. Just want to get this out of the back. Oh, without breaking my truck in theory. There we go. It's kind of not meant to go in the back of that truck. Alright, I'm just going to leave this blade right here. So that way when the skidder comes, if I need to plow out that road, just hook onto it right there, no problem. Excellent. And then this guy, I'm going to go park back here. Lord knows what we're going to do with you. Alright. So that looks pretty good. We got that set up. We got that set up. So let's just do a really quick tour before we start cutting into this. So we need to follow this little road. We're going to double cut it. So I want make sure there's a nice big sized driveway. And we're going to do almost a plow and a half blade wide of a road. It's actually not too bad for clearance. There's a couple big trees that we got to knock down, but the clearance side shouldn't be too bad at all. Now, this is where it gets interesting because the plot goes here, but then we split it. So it goes do. This is all got to be plowed out too, so thank God we have the skidder with the plow blade. I think my first purchase that I'm going to get when I actually can afford to buy something with our company money here is I'm going to buy a skidder that we own, so we don't have to keep renting them. Let's go. This one. Yeah, so we basically just have to cut out this little lot. And then, yeah, I mean, if we get the driveway right, we can actually just bring, instead of skidding it all out, we can just bring all of the trailer and everything down the newly plowed road and then get that all cleaned up. That should be nice. All right, so let's take a wander back. And we'll make our first couple cuts here before we go. Just kind of plan out our attack. Some of this we'll definitely leave on the road. So, like, we'll cut out these two, and then we'll just leave them kind of where we want the pile to start here. There we go. Now, this one's a cool buncher head because it's got a secondary set of claws, so we can actually cut the trees a little more efficiently. Said, see, one claw hangs onto it while you can get the other one, which is nice. So why don't we start a pile? What's going to be the easiest way to do this? Probably right, like here. Let's back right out to the road here. Let's say right about here is where we'll leave our little pile. And like I said, this is just a nice little driveway we're making. We're not doing anything too crazy. Let's go grab some of these. And this one. Didn't like that tree. And then we'll just keep piling it out here. And then once we get far enough away, then we'll just start dropping it with the skidder. Or pulling it with the skidder, sorry. There we go. And then, yeah, so it's actually not too bad of a little road. There is quite a bit of room to move around here. So I think I'm going to stick to kind of the left side. I'm going to wipe this tree out, though. Oh, it's got a brother. Oops. I don't know. We're hanging on to him. Okay. So wipe that one out. I do want to kind of leave a little bit of cover because, I mean, driveways don't look the best if they're not... If they're completely open, what's the point? We got to have a little bit of wiggle room. But we also want some of these trees because it's going to be some really good money for us, so... Okay. So I'm actually just going to leave this guy here because we're kind of at the end of our video. So let's turn that off. Lights off. Yeah, so that's a great start. I think this is where our turnoff will be for our road right here. And then we'll kind of shoot and do a little bit of a windy path there, follow the little blots, and clear out that other section. We should be good to go. Anyway, I'm going to end it on this one. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.